Hello and welcome to my channel Aspire to Wellbeing with Yoga. My name's Ali, and in today's class we are going to set an intention to connect with ourselves. We're going to give ourselves the gift of being completely present. We've all likely given this precious gift to others, but how often can you honestly say that you're fully present with yourself? So being present with yourself is also about listening to our inner guidance, our intuition, which, as the word implies, our inner teacher. On a physical level, we are working towards camel pose, ustrasana, which is a heart opening pose. And this will be a lovely stretch through the front of the thighs, the hips, the chest, and the shoulders, with awareness and strength in the back and the core. I would love to know at the end of the class how you went. Please put your feedback and comments down below so I can see and reply. And if you liked the video, please give it a little love tap. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which helps me provide free content for you. And hit the notification bell so you're notified every time a video is uploaded. So let's get into this beautiful heart opening present practice. I'll see you on the mat. Let's begin class today in Supta Baddha Konasana. Lying on your back, feet together, knees wide. Today's practice is about connecting with ourselves, giving ourselves the gift of being present. We've all likely given this precious gift to others at times, but how often are you fully present with yourself? More often than not, we hang out with our ego, the endless mind chatter of the voice in our head. However, our inner selves, our soul, spirit, inner teacher, whatever you'd like to call it, it resides within our body. Begin drifting away from the ego by noticing the sounds in the room, and then perhaps beyond the room. And then bring your attention to your breath. Take a deep breath in, let out an audible exhale, a big sigh. Do that a few more times and notice where the end of your sigh reverberates within your body. And go ahead and place your hands and your awareness right there at the home of your soul. Breathe into that space as though your breath is trying to wake it up. Today's practice is about opening up and shining the torch of awareness into this space, staying attentive and present with your inner self. Gently bring the knees towards each other. And then wrap your arms around the shins, hugging the knees in towards you, little rock side to side. And then a rock up towards your downward facing dog, Gomokasana. Take some time here for some intuitive movement. Another name for our soul is intuition, which comes from the word inner teacher. Ask your inner teacher what you require here. And then settle into downward facing dog. Find your ujjayi breath. In and out through the nose, mouth closed. Float the right leg to sky for three-legged dog. And then take a little down dog scorpion, bending that right knee, stacking the left hip underneath the right, airing the hips open. Keep the right armpit square to the earth, along with the left armpit. And extend the leg back up to three-legged dog. Step the right foot between the hands, drop the back knee and find low crescent lunge. Ground down through the heel of the front foot. Press down through the top of the back foot. Draw the pubic bone up towards the navel, creating some bandha. Lifting the heart towards the sky. Hands back down to the earth, and then move back into downward facing dog. Pressing the hands firmly into the earth, lift the left hand to sky for three-legged dog. Down dog scorpion as you exhale. Once again, keep the shoulders square. Squeeze the right butt cheek underneath the left. Feel the openness in the front of the body, starting at the hips. Extend the leg back through three-legged dog. Take your tiger curl. Land the foot between the hands. Drop the back knee. And again, Jayanasana, low crescent lunge. Hug the inner thighs in towards each other energetically. Draw the belly in, squeezing the back butt cheek, biasing that hip flexor stretch, opening the front of the hip. Hands down to the earth, downward facing dog as you breathe out. Coming onto tippy toes, walking the feet all the way towards the top of the mat. Bow down, forward fold, and then ground down, sweep the arms all the way up to the top. Hands come through prayer as you forward fold on your exhale. Take an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, hands to the earth, step back into plank pose. Take an inhale and then everyone slowly lower their knees. On the exhale, release the feet. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, lower down through chaturanga, elbows by your side. Inhale, cobra pose, lifting with the mid back. As you exhale, nose floats to floor. Again, inhale, pressing all through all fours. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Step to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up, inhale. Reach the arms up, sweep them up, and then as you exhale, bow down to the earth. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, hands to floor, step back through chaturanga dandasana. You can come on the knees or on the toes, halfway down if you're on the toes, and into upward facing dog. Thighs are off the floor. Downward facing dog. As you exhale, feel the belly pull you back. Take an inhale to tippy toes. Exhale, bend the knees. To the top of the mat, hop or step, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Again, Urdhva Hastasana means upward hands. Exhale, bow. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Chaturanga Dandasana, step or float back, toes or knees, back bend of choice, cobra or up dog, downward facing dog as you breathe out. Inhale, come to tippy toes. Right leg to sky. Exhale, take a tiger curl through the center and step the right foot where the right hand is, rising up to warrior one. The back heel is on the earth, cupped at 45 degrees. Square the hips to the front leg. Keep the back leg nice and straight, keep the breath flowing. And then reach around, bind the hands, clasp them together. Little baby back bend. And then as you exhale, take humble warrior. Keeping the spine super long here, pulling the shoulders away from the ears, nestling the armpit by the inner knee. Try not to lose the connection of the back foot onto the earth. Next, inhale, press through that right heel, unbind the arms, reach them back up through Warrior One. And as you exhale, Warrior Two, move the feet wider, front heel in line with the back of the back foot, the arch of the back foot. Bend into that front knee. Make sure that front knee is tracking your middle toe. And look directly over your front middle fingers. Reverse your warrior. Reach the right arm up towards the sky, left arm long down the leg. And then cartwheel the hands to the earth. Step the foot back, Chaturanga Dandasana, moving through your Vinyasa movement of Chaturanga, a back bend, either Cobra or Up Dog, and then Downward Facing Dog as you breathe out. Next time you inhale, high on your toes, and take the left leg to sky for three-legged dog. Exhale, tiger curl, pull the knee through, step the foot between the hands, cup the right heel down, Virabhadrasana, a Warrior One. Pull the left hip crease back in space, try to get those hip points facing that front leg. Back leg is super straight and the outer blade of the foot cutting into the mat like a knife. Reach the arms around, bind the hands again, take an inhale, heart towards the sky. And as you exhale, humble warrior, leading with the heart, long spine, belly lifted and engaged. Keep the breath flowing. And then next time you inhale, release the bind, press through the heel of the front foot, moving through Warrior One. And with the exhale, landing in Warrior Two. Virabhadrasana B. The feet are wider now, about the width of the wrists. Steady, dristy, over the middle finger, steady gaze. Inhale, Viparita Virabhadrasana, peaceful warrior. Try to straighten that left arm so you can access that beautiful side body stretch. And then cartwheel the hands to the floor. If the Chaturangas and the back bends get a little too much for you, you can skip these two movements and just meet in Downward Facing Dog. On your inhale, take the right leg to sky for three-legged dog. We'll flow this sequence now. As you exhale, tiger curl, pull the knee in, step the right foot where the right hand is, Warrior One on your in-breath. As you exhale, bind the arms, clasp the hands together, inhale, lift the heart. And with the exhale, bow down into humble warrior, keeping that back leg strong and grounded into the earth. Inhale, reach up, back through Warrior One. And as you exhale, find Warrior Two. Stay low, inhale, Viparita Virabhadrasana, peaceful warrior. And then with your exhale, move down towards the earth into your Chaturanga, elbows hug the ribs. Inhale, back bend of choice, Cobra or Up Dog. And then as you exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Left side, one breath per movement. Inhale, reach the edge of the three-legged dog with the edge of your breath. And take the whole exhale to step through. Keep it flowing now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bind the hands. Inhale, lift, lengthen. And keep that length. Lead with the heart as you bow down. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, Virabhadrasana, the Warrior Two. Inhale, Viparita Virabhadrasana. And then move through your flow, your vinyasa. You can always skip these 3 movements and meet us in downward facing dog. We're going to flow this one more time, right side, left side. Perhaps you don't need to listen to my cues and you can follow your own inner teacher. We'll start with the right leg, inhale. And keep going. So don't be too concerned if you skip a movement or you take a pose that's different to what I'm doing. This practice is less about the poses I'm linking together today for you, but more of a chance to go within and see if you can just follow your own inner guidance. It might steer you on a different path into a different pose, and that's okay. Of course, if you want to continue following on with me, I'm doing it with you, but perhaps next time you do the video or the time after, you might start to develop a deeper confidence in your ability to just take what movement is inspired by you. Last time on the left, inhale to lift the leg, following the breath, matching the movement with the breath. And once you finish your last vinyasa, those 3 moves, chaturanga, upward dog, and then into downward facing dog, just stay there for a breath and build up your breath. Leg towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Exhale, once again, tiger curl. This time step the right foot between the hands and take Crescent Lunge, Jayanasana. The back heel is off the floor. Draw the pubic bone up towards the navel, hugging the inner thighs in, creating a strong base of support. As you exhale, bring the elbows down 90 degrees. Take an inhale and lift the heart, little baby back bend. And then as you exhale, circle the arms forward and then back up on the inhale. Exhale, squeeze the back muscles to circle the arms. Inhale, reach them forward. One more time. Exhale, back muscles squeeze to open the chest. Inhale, flow them forward and up. As you exhale, take the hands back towards the earth and take Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, fill the body with breath in your back bend. And then as you exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, 3-legged dog. Tiger curl as you exhale. Plant the foot between the hands. Inhale, find Crescent Jayanasana. Strong base of support by hugging the inner thighs in towards each other creates Mula Bandha, keeps the core on strong so that we can back bend safely from our mid-back. So we'll slide the elbows down through the shoulder blades, pull down the back, then squeeze them to lift the chest. And then start the arm circles. Inhale, reach forward and up. 2 more times. Exhale. Inhale. Sweep the arms. 1 more time. Back body strong. Exhale. And inhale. Next time you breathe out, hands towards the earth. The left foot steps back for Chaturanga. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take the right leg to sky for 3-legged dog on your inhale. Exhale, tiger curl, step the foot through. Take an inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, start the circle. Inhale, sweep them forward and up. And then as you exhale, take the left hand to the floor, right arm up towards the sky for a twisted low lunge. Feel free to drop the knee if you require here, or stay on your feet for a challenge. Just watch that left shoulder isn't dumping down. And then everyone can lower to their knee. Keep pressing the earth away with the left hand. Stay in your twisted lunge, or you can grab hold of your foot for twisted thigh stretch. If you have a strap or some kind of towel, you can hook it over your foot as a prop. Release the foot. Take an inhale, lift the left arm, and then see about holding onto the left foot with the left arm. This is a little more challenging. You could just stay in a low crescent lunge here, taking both arms up towards the sky. Release the foot, take the hands back down to the earth, and then flow through a vinyasa here. Inhale, feel the body with the breath. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhale, carry the leg up with your breath. Tiger curl as you exhale. Plant the foot. Jayanasana, inhale. Big sweeping circle, strong back as you exhale. And then inhale, reach the arms forward and up. As you exhale, take that twist, the right hand towards the earth, the left arm up towards the sky. Keep hugging that left knee in towards you with the inner thigh. Keep the breath flowing. Then coming down to the knee into low twisted lunge, or taking the option of twisted thigh stretch. And if you do or don't take the option, just see if your inner teacher is talking to you or if it's your ego. Ego will always be out of a place of fear. That's how you'll know. And take the option with the right hand. The inner teacher could make the same decision as the ego for sure, but you'll notice the quality of their communication. It's more compassionate. Hands to the earth and move through your chaturanga. Inhale, fill the body. Exhale, empty the body, downward facing dog. Come on down to all fours and we'll take Anahatasana, melting heart pose, stacking the hips over the knees, reaching the arms forward and taking the forearms to the floor. If it feels okay on your shoulders and neck, you could tent up your fingertips so that it's like you're trying to cover a cupcake with your hands. And perhaps taking the chin to the earth if there's no issues with your neck. And then here, just breathe. The awareness, noticing any communication from your either ego or your inner teacher, your inner guidance. The ego often gets a bad rep as negative Nancy, but the ego's role is to protect us. So it puts layers over our heart and soul. It makes it a little more challenging to hear our inner guidance. So in this pose, feel those layers melt away with every breath, like wax melting under a warm flame. Imagine expanding the space of your soul's home with every inhalation. Make your way down onto your belly. And we'll take open chest stretch, left arm out 90 degrees, right hand by the chest. Keep the left ear on the floor and roll yourself over to the left. Grounding down through that left hand, pressing it into the earth, wrapping the left shoulder back, feeling these stretch through the upper part of the left chest and left front shoulder. And then making your way back through center, we'll take this stretch on the other side. So check that your right elbow is at 90 degrees to the wrist and shoulder, keeping that ear on the earth. And just peeling yourself over to the right. Don't worry where your legs go. You could even tuck them in a ball. And then coming back through center. Press your way all the way up to your knees. And we'll take camel pose. So taking the arms up, sweeping them around towards the lower back, the top of the glutes. There's some options here. You can stay here, or you can tuck the toes under so that your heels are closer towards you. Or you can untuck the toes and reach a little further back towards your heels. Either way, keep the core arm nice and strong, bandhas on. Squeeze the back muscles as though we were doing those circles so that it opens up your heart from the back. Back body strong. If it feels okay in your neck, you can take the chin back. And to come out of the pose, use the belly. And then just take a seat on the knees and let that pose wash over you. Noticing what might come up. And then we'll make our way up for another round. So you can choose which option. I'll take the middle option today. You can take the hands to the back of the lower spine. Breathe into the heart space, bringing the awareness back to that Anahata, the heart chakra. And see if you can listen to yourself. Notice if it's the ego talking or whether you can access your inner guidance. Make sure you're using your belly to come up, and then again sitting back on the heels. Openers can make us feel vulnerable, so our ego will try to protect us from that. This is why often in these heart openers you might notice that the ego becomes quite loud. And you'll know it's the ego because it will be more judgmental, more critical, more negative. Our intuition, our inner teacher, our inner guidance, it's more compassionate and loving and courageous. From here we'll take Gomokasana. So you can come into this pose by taking the left knee behind the right knee and sitting between the feet, or if your knees don't like that, instead sit on the bottom and then just cross the right knee over the left leg and then bend the left leg underneath you. You can also sit on a block or sit cross-legged here. Either way, sit up nice and tall. Hinge from the hips as you come forward. You'll feel a sensation in the outer hips, even the lower back region, perhaps even the outer thighs and the inner groin. And see if you can just quieten the mind, quieten the ego. From here, we'll take the left arm up and over into a twisted variation. As you inhale, try to breathe lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, take that twist, looking over the back shoulder. And And then we'll take a tricky transition here. Keep the feet where they are and just walk yourself all the way around to the other side. If that didn't work for you, just take any journey there. Just cross the legs and change sides. And again, bow down, noticing the sensations. Again, noticing if the ego is having a little chat to you about these sensations. And just practice quietening the ego. Taking a step back from it. And when we talk with our ego, we can't listen at the same time, and our ego chats a lot. So that is why, to hear our inner teacher, we must try to quieten the mind. Into your twisted variation. Bringing attention back to the breath. There's another option to take it away from the ego. And then from here, we'll roll all the way down onto our spine. Place the feet hip-width apart. And come into Settledasana bridge pose. If it feels good on your shoulders, you can bind the hands underneath. Either way, we're pressing down through the heels, squeezing the glute. Squeezing the back body, just like we've been doing in our camel pose. Opening up the heart. Keeping the breath flowing. And trying to connect with that inner soul. And then roll all the way down into Shavasana. This is where you'll stay for the remainder of the class, however much time you have. Be still. Close your eyes. Listen to your heart. Feel the light of your soul. Quieten the chatter of the ego. Connect with your inner guidance, inner teacher. Accept your truth and fill your soul with gratitude. Namaste.